Certainly donations. Yeah, you could do that. It's a fair question about whether this board could tie the hands of a subsequent board, and I'd have to look into that.
So before we do a motion, can we look at that? Because if that money can then be taken for paving a road or, paying the road crew, then there's no point in having for us doing that if another board does something else with it.
But
So you're going to look into the legality?
I'll look into that, but
Okay.
I'm questioning if, based upon the way the motion was worded, look into the budget for this year, if they're two separate issues. And I think you can proceed with that motion, the way it was phrased, look into when you address the budget this year.
Any other questions?
I just remember, you already have an account set up or something like that, for you, a fundraiser for the park.
That was done through Stewart's
So,
That's a 501c3.
so that's already established, isn't that something that we can reenact? I haven't seen anything from Stewart.
It's got nothing to do with the township. It's
But it's
right
an
now,
entity
it's,
so that people could donate to, and it's already set up. I'm just thinking out loud, like it's,
well, the township's already a nonprofit organization as well, so that once they, once Andy looks into it and figures it out, once that account's made, if it's made just for that purpose, because like he said, if it's a donation, then yes, there's donation dollars being going across, so it wouldn't have to go through a third party.
Yes.
Ernie Schmidt, Silverbrook Drive. A question in regards to donations. I've never been involved with the township getting donations for things unless there's something bequeathed through a will or something that's special. How is that done? That would have to have specific reasons as to how you would accept money for donations no matter what it would be for. And that would be a separate line item. Understanding how you raise revenue to run a township.
Yeah, I don't think it would be a budget item.
No,
So
but
much of it-
something would have to be spelled out in a line item that is a charitable type thing.
Subsequently, once donations were made, you could have a separate fund that you set to the side for a designated purpose.
And any other purpose would have to be so designated then. So you need, if you say you have two or three, instead of one, then they would each have their own designated line item. And it could only be, monies could only be taken from that for that specific, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
I'm just saying.
Burns over the road. While we're on that topic of the budget, obviously Mark's got a lot of work to do. Has there been any thought for requests for proposals going out to any of our vendors, or possibly looking down the line at an additional engineer, something to that nature, since he's going to be needing that information? And if you're looking at also doing this open space thing, it's kind of time sensitive as well to get those answers back and look into that.
Well, now, like I said, this is only to look at the budget and see if it's a possibility we can start up or something like that, okay?
So when you're saying take a look at it, I mean, we can't really look at last year's budget because it's a training wreck. I mean, I can't say any more about it. Tobias didn't do the job on that, so we got to live with what we got. But in order for Mark to be able to put something together for next year, I think that's one of the things we need to look at. One of our questions that me and you have talked about in previous meetings was the roundabout, where the striping on the roundabout is about $18,000 and it's needed every 3 to 4 years. And unfortunately, we don't have a line item in the budget for the roundabout, and we don't budget money for that each and every year. So if and when the factor comes up, we're going to end up taking that $18,000 or $20,000 out of the road crews, overall.
So we have striping in our budget, so what we do is we'll have to look at the striping budget and see if we can't start adding a little more to it each year to cover that, okay?
Well, that would be great. Unfortunately, I guess for the last 2 years, we haven't carried that money forward, and we didn't use that money for the last 2 years. It was about $15,000, I believe, the last 2 years, and I think that's 15 or 17, Tommy can tell me if that's, in the ballpark. So,
As of this, right now, we don't have to worry about that because 29 is going to be resurfaced from Ox all the way to Green Lane. So
Right.
they're going to cover that.
Let's hope so.
Oh, it's going to be done.
Okay,
Okay?
thanks.
All right, and back to, yes.
I'm going to take that. Sheriff Stryker, 29 Train Road. When might we see a preliminary budget for next year? I know this is your first time, but do we have a target?
Hope that is something to the board, not to.
Linda.
Linda Jansen, Simmons Road, 2 things. The one thing that you had mentioned about the open space fund, I know often developers will come in and say, oh, in lieu of, maybe the topography's not right to put in a soccer field, in lieu of, we'd rather give a monetary contribution. I believe in our salary ordinance allows for that. Perhaps when you're looking towards ways to fund an open space fund, maybe money such of that be in lieu of monies. Or also, I believe was at the last meeting, we briefly discussed impact fees and things like that. So perhaps, going forward, maybe these are just some ways rather than via like an EIT tax or something, that their funds could be generated.
You're right. That's why I said to look into this.
Right, but I was just wanted to throw that out there and, put that little idea in your Google. The other thing, with Mr. Belvoir, what you had said regarding the budget, we know we have a new board coming in January. If memory serves correct, they have, a new board can reopen the budget of the previous board, and I believe that the cutoff date might be until February 15th. It's in the second-class township code, but I think it's a new board, if they disagree or have other ideas about the budget, they can reopen the previous year's budget and have until February 15th to finalize that budget. And third off, based on the RFPs, I think there was a lot of discussion at the end of last year, perhaps have RFPs for everything, not just the engineer, the auditors, the insurance carriers, even the phone carriers. And this way, it keeps our, no offense to the solicitors, but I'm just saying this way it keeps people fresh, and keeps them competitive. And then are you getting the best bang for your buck, or could there be cost savings to the municipality? And, it just seems like it would be a good practice to get, all they are is basically quotes. And then you make your decision from there. You don't have to go with the least expensive, but it's just nice to know what's out there. So maybe all around the RFPs, not just for one discipline.
Warren Jenkins, Homer Road. Terry, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the suggestion that you just made. Well, to me it sounds like you're suggesting that the board look into taking taxpayers' money to start an open space fund.
That's what you're saying. I'm looking to see if we can fit it in the budget.
Right. And it's only been a couple months since the board decided not to let the public decide whether they wanted to fund. And there seems to be a disparity.
You want to go down that road?
Explain
You want
this
to
to
go down that
me.
road with us? You want to go down that road? I'll tell you exactly why. I would not second that. I did not second that because if you would look down the road further down, it's a possibility that we could have borrowed $800,000 or $1.2 million, and somebody could have walked up and said, what you done was wrong, it's invalid. We would have had to forfeit all that tax, and and we would have been stuck paying a $800,000 loan or a $1.2 million loan. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Why would we have to forfeit?
What?
Why would we have to forfeit?
Because somebody could have said that the document was done wrong, the petition, okay? If it's not done right to the T, cross your Ts and dot your Is, that could have happened. It could have.
But you could have voted on
Wait a
that
minute,
petition.
you know, by sitting on the board to be responsible for the rest of the public and the township, and to be stuck with a line like, item like that, of amount of money, I'm not gonna agree to that. Okay? You might if you wanna sit on this board and do it, but I won't. Okay? Start looking further into the results of what could happen. That's the reason why I did not second it. I have asked our attorney to check into it to see if it was legal. I would have seconded it, I'm telling you right now, if it was done properly. Okay? But it wasn't.
Well, I guess then my next question would be for Mr. Bellar. Is it true then that I was under the impression that the board doesn't necessarily need a petition to be able to vote on an ordinance like that?
That is correct.
Like I said,
But it wasn't done the other way. It was done through the
Regardless of
petition.
the petition. I'm just
We
confused
didn't
by
need
the
a
whole
petition
thing.
to vote on open space. The petition was, you're right, the petition was irrelevant to the discussion. You're correct.
You could have come in and sat right there and said to the board, would you be interested in doing this? It wasn't done that way. It was done through the petition. So you stick by the petition. You want to change in midstream and go to something else? Then no. Come on, Warren, think about it. That's the
I've
reason.
been thinking about it. I'm still thinking about it.
I have a motion, and
And before we vote on that, I would like to, again, have some kind of guarantee that if we set aside money for open space, it actually goes to that. Now, let's say, for example, it's $25,000 a year. At the end of the year, it's not spent, and the board says, gee, we need $25,000 for a piece of equipment. What's to stop the board from taking that money to spend on something else? If it's going to be an actual open space fund, it should be protected. If it can't be
this
protected,
motion
what's
is
the
only
point?
looking into it.
looking into it.
Okay, we're not going no further.
Raise a question that I could look into, but
It's a waste of
That might
time to look
be
into it if it
part
can't
of
be
it.
protected for that purpose.
You can come back with an answer.
as to how to protect. That's a good thought. Chuck?
Real simple. September 12th, 6:30 p.m. Show up here. Everybody. There are people there who can answer your questions, and they've been through this process many times. They can find out and look at strategies and say, well, yeah, that sounds good. Maybe that's not what you want to do. I guarantee it will be a rewarding experience to come here next Thursday, the 12th at 6:30 p.m.
Larry?
Yeah, Larry Cohen, Mine Hill Road. This is for a question for Mr. Belwar. Could this board have approved a resolution for an open space referendum in November with or without a petition? Yes or no?
Yeah, I think everybody said it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You make that clear to everybody,
I
including
think I did
the rest of the board?
Back 2 months ago.
Yes. So the petition itself was irrelevant?
I'm not saying that. and
No,
I think that's
I'm
what
saying,
the chairman is
as a
not
lawyer,
saying.
as a solicitor, was the petition relevant to a resolution?
Was it legally required? No.
No. And was the petition compliant with the referendum handbook issued by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania?
I did not look at the handbook, and you told me about that handbook. I looked at the law, the statute itself, and the case law coming from there. Back to you.
Okay, Ernie?
Ernie Schmidt, Silverbrook Drive. I know you're just on the budget and you just brought up the suggestion, but it seems like this year I've come to a lot of meetings, it seems like you've spent a lot of monies that were never in the budget. How is your budget line item right now holding? point I'm bringing up is the fact that we have a lot of issues in the township, and one of them right now is trees. You have trees all over the township that are dying or dead or ready to fall. I can give you their addresses, I'm not going to do it, but you've got to put more money into cutting trees clear on our right-of-ways. And you've got some dangerous situations out there now. The other thing is, what about the Iron Bridge on Gerloff Road? What is your obligation to pay for the repairs on that?
There's a budget.
That is in the budget,
Yes, it is.
and that is approximately $100,000?
Yes. We
And
have,
that's chipping, repair, and painting.
we have more than that.
You have that, that's covered. And another thing, personally, from my own position, because I've seen it on my street, I am not convinced that your chip and seal is working. My personal opinion, I just, when I look at the monies we spend for chip and seal, I know it's a lot cheaper than an overlay, but I look at it, and I look at what's on my road, and I sometimes wonder what we get for that money spent. Just a question. But I think when your budget comes up, not only with this open space bank, you've got to look at a lot of items on your New Year budget going on. I don't care who's going to be in charge next year. Linda mentioned something about changing within so many days or something. You know, that's water over the dam as far as I'm concerned. You know, because once the budget's there, it's been approved by somebody, and it moves ahead into the new year, and we can always change the budget, so you go through a process. But I was just curious. And the other thing is, what are we going to do? Just jumping off the subject. Maybe I'm taking up some time. I've been on the planning commission. I've lived in this township for over 20 years. I think it's about time we might have to look at hiring our own planner. We get stuck in a lot of times in this township with getting planners, and for whatever reason, retirement, or just tired of the work and leaving the county, we get stuck with being a training base for new planners. Now, I don't mean to be facetious or angry or anything about that, but maybe we should look at the day of hiring our own planner. Thank you.
Seems to be a good idea to look into.
Right.
Linda?
Linda Jansen, Simmons Road. Just to touch on, I wasn't going to bring this up, I've already touched on it. The Truss Bridge on Gerloff Road. PennDOT, through its Cultural Resource Management Program, they have a program, Bridges to Pass. I know this information was given to Kevin Tobias. I don't know if he followed up on it. Mark, this is my only copy. I'd be happy to send you a link to it tomorrow. It will pay to repair the bridge. And especially since that bridge is already on the National Register of Historic, places, that is one of the criteria. And so, I believe last year you budgeted was 80,000, something for the, that probably would be completely covered, even though we own the bridge. It doesn't have to be a PennDOT resource, just because of the bridge. So this money is available, and I'll be happy to send you the link. Perhaps that could help with this year's coming budget. That if we know that there's funds and resources out there.
Thank you.
Yeah, Bob Burns, Interville Road. I handed that information into Kevin last year, and subsequently, a couple months after that, the board got the information from Kevin that he had gone out and got a bid from J.D. Heckman on the bridge. We didn't get 2 other bids. He was instructed to get other bids. I know I brought it up to Terry for the door check before. It's been on the email list that I sent you guys and everything else. So.
Thank you. Got a motion on the floor here. A vote?
Aye.
Aye. Any other new business? None? Public comment? Yeah.
Steve Kerr, Kenner, 102 Hayden Road. Terry, you said a few months ago that I should wait till September and we'll find things out about the sewer coming down on Riverside. September.
Where are we at?
So we sat down 3 weeks ago I gave Andrew and Carol the go-ahead to get moving on that and get those easements signed so that we can begin the process.
And that's partly on me. I have to follow up with some of the folks, but we've had meetings with some of the folks, positive, and Carol has produced some drawings for at least one of them more recently. So I expect and hope that come the next meeting, that we'll have everything set.
Okay, thank you.
Any more public comment?
Going to back to Riverside Fulmer, it was brought up at the January 8th meeting by one of the residents that he would like to have possibility of Schwenksville Water Authority to look into extending the main further out Fulmer Road. Also at that meeting, Pat Roberts was there, also mentioned that by extending that main, we could probably get 2 additional fire hydrants in locations where they would be needed. We know we had that fire at the old Organsky property there last year, and that was really taxing on the fire company to get that water out there for them. So I know several years ago when the township went to Irwell and Walter about the plans for the collection system, at that time, the water authority did not have additional water. Now they're serviced by 2 other companies. They have all the water they need. Has anybody reached out to the authority? Is that possibly something that we can do and have them come to the workshop meeting and discuss it at that point?
We could check into that, Mark. You will.
Terry.
Yeah, Terry Burke, Little Road. Last month, the solicitor mentioned a potential agreement for the roads, and Aikens properties with Gentera.
A professional service agreement.
Yeah, sir.
That's right, they have to put it out to them and they're responsible.
So no update. Any other potential deals on those properties or the Santo/Mascara properties? Anything in the works?
No, it's been pretty quiet.
Okay.
I don't know if that's summer or not.
The only one that came in is the one that Chuck talked about for planning commission, which is Prestige Builder of Little Road.
Any other new business or public comment also? If not, motion to adjourn.
Also move.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.